Ladies and gentlemen, don't just bring me Barcelona. No. Bring me Alebisete Belon Pie. Because Real Madrid... Oh, we are back and ready for anyone. Okay, now that the rage bait is done, ladies and gentlemen, we are the next Manchester United. Yup, I have said it. We are genuinely the next Manchester United, and I can see it step by step because I am a Manchester United fan and I saw how the Manchester United was through and out every single year and still is, right? But ladies and gentlemen, the match started with this. Do you hear the boos, ladies and gentlemen? Real Madrid fans booed Real Madrid players out of the goddamn stadium, and they made sure, wait, I'll show you later, they made sure something is closed as well, just so they could hear the boos, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what Manchester United went through. On top of all of that, ladies and gentlemen, when the camera went on Perez, they were booing Perez, saying this as well, ladies and gentlemen, saying that Perez should leave, Florentino resign, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, when they were saying the Real Madrid players' names, they were booing every single player as well. They were booing so hard that Vinicius Jr was out there crying. Now, Vinicius Jr, I want to send a public message to you, right? Like, I do not condone bullying or anything like that. This is just pure me as a Real Madrid fan saying how I feel, right? And I have the right to say how I feel because freedom of speech, right? Vinicius Jr, you're out there crying because first of all, you had a terrible performance against Barcelona. The team, not you, the team, right? Then, you had a terrible performance against Alabisite Belompai, 17th in the Spanish 2nd Division, by the way, if you want me to repeat that for 100th time. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you come out here who did not listen to Xabi Alonso, you who were the reason why Xabi Alonso, a good coach who had the biggest win percentage of any other manager of Real Madrid, you kicked him out and you didn't even send a message when he left the club. You're out there crying, right? While you're getting millions and millions of euros inside your bank account, while I have been crying this entire week. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times in a row, fam. I was out here crying. Look into my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you want me to cry every single video because that is a Real Madrid fan. Subscribe right now, man. But ladies and gentlemen, I am doing it for free. You are doing it getting millions, ladies and gentlemen. Vinicius Jr, why are you crying? I do not condone bullying. This is not bullying. Why are you crying? What is there to cry about, fam? Your performance is just not good enough. It's just not good enough. You did absolutely nothing, fam. You barely won against Levante, who is 19th in the league. Levante, who is literally one spot away from relegations. Not even relegation, they are getting relegated. They are getting relegated to what division? I don't even know. With Alabisete Belompai, probably. You barely won against that. Manchester United won against Manchester City 2-0, fam. The same score, but the other they faced Manchester City, the best English team in the Premier League. We faced a team that is in relegations. And you were out there. Not only after all the humiliations, you want to do a comeback, you want to prove yourself in front of the fans of Real Madrid booing you. You respond by a penalty. If I see Kylian Mbappe on that penalty spot one more time, I'm about to lose it all, man. I genuinely will lose it all if I see Kylian Mbappe one more time on that penalty spot, because even me as a Real Madrid fan who is getting these penalties in our favors, I am getting sick of it. And I genuinely had enough of it, man. I am genuinely having enough of seeing a penalty being our only way of scoring, man. And the second thing, ladies and gentlemen, our second goal scored by Raul Asensio. First of all, Raul Asensio, why are you even celebrating? This is me to you speaking. Why are you even celebrating? You have no right to be celebrating. You were bad for literally a year and a half straight. You played good for 2 weeks and then disappeared. The same thing I always say, fam. Every time I called out Rodrigo after not scoring a goal in 30 games, he scores and celebrates like he won the World Cup. Vinicius Jr. in the El Clasico, beautiful goal, beautiful performance. He scores and celebrates like he won the World Cup. Raul Asensio out here, bad performance for a year and a half. He scores and he was out there celebrating like he won the World Cup. Like he's not listening to all the boos. Like he was out there, humiliated Barcelona, humiliated Albacete. But nope, that's not the case. We got kicked out of 2 tournaments, ladies and gentlemen. You're out there celebrating against 19th relegation team Levante. That's what you're celebrating, Raul Asensio? I am genuinely sick of this club, man. The fact that we scored 12 penalties. Kylian Mbappe has scored 12 penalties this entire season, ladies and gentlemen, man. The fact that we had this lineup again, man. You say Briola is going to make things different this year, right? Why is Valverde still playing right back? Why is Bellingham right mid? Why is he right mid? Why? When did he ever play right mid? No, when did he ever do a good performance playing at right mid, fam? The brother can barely play center mid. He's nothing compared to Pedri, in my opinion. Central attacking midfielder, he used to play good. I don't know what happened to him. Now we converted him to right mid? What's next? Is he going to play right back? One fully fit season of Pedri last season. He just destroyed his brother's entire career, in my opinion. Pedri literally did not get injured for an entire season last season, right? And look at the difference between Pedri and Bellingham. And we called Bellingham better than Pedri. In my opinion, I genuinely apologize, man. I apologize for making fun of Pedri, first of all. I apologize to every Barcelona fan as a Real Madrid fan, man. And it takes a lot for a Real Madrid fan to apologize to a Barcelona fan, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you had the Real Madrid people basically saying that they will review security cameras of the Bernabeu, and whoever is caught on camera booing the team would be banned from Grada. Okay, so whoever wants to boo can boo outside the stadium. How stupid of a logic is that, first of all? How stupid of a rule is that? If you see your own team being humiliated week in and week out and you stay silent, then I'm sorry, man. You're not a fake fan, fam. You're a fake fan if you stay silent. If you love something, you're strict about it. If you genuinely love something, you call it out, fam. If you see your friend being in an unhealthy lifestyle, him eating those donuts like it's nothing, fam. You know what? I'm so depressed. I might go and do that and eat and chuck donuts up my mouth. But ladies and gentlemen, that's beside the case. If you see your friend living an unhealthy lifestyle, a friend that you love, obviously, if you genuinely love him, you would call him out. You would say, hey brother, you know what? Maybe it's time to stop that, fam. Maybe it's time to go to the gym, fam. Run a treadmill or something. I wish these players went on the treadmill, man. They look tired. They look done, they look fed up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you want the fans who have a problem to boo outside the stadium while you close that thing. It looks like it looks like an oven, fam. What is that new stadium as well, fam? We spent all those billions and billions we could have invested in the future of Real Madrid and players. But you decided to make an oven, fam. A microwave. A pot? But that's not my problem, ladies and gentlemen. My problem with another thing, right? Apparently, Huijsen has accidentally injured Mbappe during the warm-up. These brothers are going against each other, fam, on the training. They are fed up with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what else pissed me off? This view right here. This view alone just genuinely pissed me off. It just screams mid. It screams mid. I grew up as a kid watching a wall barrier of Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, Luka Modric, and goddamn Toni Kroos. And this is what I'm watching right now, man. It's just not good enough, man. It's generally just not good enough. Because if this was Barcelona, they would have probably beaten this team. Current Barcelona would have beaten this team 5-0. 5 or 6-0 minimum, man. While you're out here struggling 2-0 plus a penalty against Levante. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no more words to say anymore, man. I'm genuinely tired, man. The day I celebrate a Real Madrid win that we actually deserve, I will sit here a happy man and we will talk about it. But until then, I don't want to talk about it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down, I'll see every single comment, and gracias, amigos.